placed.
Hey, that's
Coming up to the merch booth area. We got some prizes for you. We got some photographs for you.
the guy that lost in the double A over there.
We want to brag about you and say congratulations.
So they signed a waiver to let him play double A.
So if you're wrapping up your tournament, time to
Matt
open.
Henderson, he played an AVP.
You got first, second, or third. Come on up.
And he got beat.
Over here to the merch booth. We got some things for you.
He's a heck of a player. Quiet, just as quiet. Yeah. You played him in co-ed?
Yep.
I've never seen you play co-ed.
Jill Kangalossi. Jill Kangalossi, you're being paged to the DJ booth area. Jill Kangalossi, you're needed.
So how many miles a gallon does this fancy machine get? Well, I bet, but
I don't know what it is.
probably more than a normal mobile home or something.
15, 16.
Well, that's not bad. Hey, wow.
I could be off. I'm trying to say off.
Oh, that's I got a Lexus SUV that only gets 22.
What do you use for daily commute?
Well, yeah, I got a 2007 Nissan Sentra, gets 40 miles per gallon when it's running. And my wife's got a Corolla that gets about 40 miles per gallon. But she don't go anywhere, but I drive usually about 60 miles a day.
Started, by the time I got there, you would have been.
Hey, you know who played? I went and watched BGA indoors. Made it to semifinals indoors earlier in the week. And the best player they had, and they lost in 3 straight, was Isabella Rye that played with your friend, what's her name? The black hair girl, Nashville Deuce that plays. You played with her the other day. Yeah, Rachel. Why can't I remember? Yeah, she played with Rachel one tournament down at Nashville Beach, and she's new to sand, but she played great in the indoor the other day. She was the only hitter they had, and she had some blocks. She played really good. Take that because you know you didn't roll it high enough. And then I roll that higher.
Is that what you think when I touch?
Yeah, I just didn't roll it high enough. It's kind of like I had practice for you and I played Dale House. Same thing. You and him. Well, you know, and most people don't understand it. When you get a roll shot block, you didn't roll. I mean, unless it's a freak, you know, they can jump 40 inches or they're 6'8". You got away with that one. Them are bad.
Yeah.
Even in the girls' division. She's called touch. That's why she's doing this. Oh, okay.
Ellie, score check.
8-10, yeah, they messed it up. It's 8-10. Did, where y'all going to next?
Back down here for New Year's Eve.
Oh, cool. What's going on down there? They're big game?
It's a decent size one, yeah.
There's a what?
It's a decent
Oh,
size
okay.
one. I don't remember if it's put on by Beach Moms or who's it's put on by.
Yeah, I'm coming back in November down here for juniors. The week before that, we go to Tavares. That was from Atlanta team, A5 team out of Atlanta. They're doing a team competition, 5 teams. Really fun. I don't get to play.
Sorry, we're like right in your way. They were like talking, like they walked. I know. They're just gonna go. So they wanted to play and like
So what is your favorite liquid? What's your favorite liquid to drink besides water?
Well, coffee.
Oh yeah,
It's
me too.
Coffee, water, peanut butter.
Yeah, there you go. Me too. Yep, mine's coffee, water, and then really I'm more of a margarita guy, but all the beer is okay.
Hey, where's the tournament in He asked me where we were going next. I said, I don't know. I said, that might be the next thing. Practice it ever happened.
Hey, that'd be a good time to get out of your neck of the woods. Yeah, because it's going to be 10 below zero. Well, this is what you need to know. We talked about this a while ago. How many miles a gallon does your vehicle get? See if she's well, the big fancy one, the camper van.
Right now, it's 17.
Well, she was right on. Nice. That's amazing that it gets that much. I mean, I've got a old Lexus SUV that's 2003 that only gets 22.
I've been driving it around like I normally would. Like I've been driving it around home, kind of as my, not every day, but I'm kind of doing it on the weekends as a daily driver, just to get used to it, working out. Some of the kinks with the water pressure and all. I did one.
Women's Open. Paul
It's supposed to be about 18.
Well,
and your partner.
you work on it a couple more years. Get it
You guys
really,
are
really
next.
nice. And then you sell it to me.
And your split ribbon.
But I'm
One of
moving to
you's going
Maui and I
court
need
7,
that. I'm
the
just
other
going to live
one's
in a
court
state
10.
park with showers and bathrooms.
If you have a question, come see
And
me.
fishing posts.
Paul,
Right, they
and your
had that
partner.
in there, but just for extra, I'm going to
You
do
just
it.
lost, so you're reffing, you're split reffing. One of you's going to court 7, the other one's going to court 10.
Oh, really?
If you have any questions? Sorry, 16 misprint or misread. I put myself. Court 7, court 16. That's where you're split reffing. If you have any questions, come see me.
Right,
And the layout.
right.
Because I mean, and this one fits in a normal parking spot. That's what I like about it.
Well, you got a tiny house on wheels. That's what it is. Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing, you can go park in the neighborhood or wherever nobody knows.
Right, right. Well, that's something we are. Something like that would be really good. My parents they're doing pretty good right now, but they'll probably pass away before me. They're in their 80s, but and they've got a house in Florida that'll be mine. And I'll sell it, and me and Lonnie want to do something. So having something like that, where we could just put it in Hawaii and live in it at the park, or even down here. I mean.
So did you look at mine? Did you look in it?
I peeked in it a little bit when it was up there at Roman's last time. I didn't get a grand tour. I'm not,
Yeah, you would have told me to do it. But, you know, you can fit a lot into, it's 19 feet 9 inches, and I'd like to do a 17
right.
And
Yeah.
this is front wheel drive, gas. I still got to get the heater installed in it, and probably next summer I'll probably do it in the city.
Right.
So it's got the lithium zone battery bank in there. So when you're driving, it's hooked up to the engine. So in about 2 hours of driving, if your batteries are totally dead, it'll.
Court number 1. Do you guys know who you're playing? Court number 1, men's open. You guys know who you're playing?
If you want to use 110, there's an inverter charger.
Well, you're smart enough to do this. You could probably figure out how to put a stationary bike in there that would charge up everything. When you ride the stationary bike, get your exercise, and recharge everything. I've seen that in some movie.
Yeah, you probably could.
Okay, so you're floating.
I guess we'll put it on the roof.
Do that now. Okay.
In your part, I'm going to charge the battery, honey.
Oh, okay.
Bicycles in there too.
Court
right,
number 1.
right.
If you just
See, and that's
played and
huge.
you lost,
So then half
you
the
were
places
reffing.
down here, I mean, you park
Court
it
number
somewhere,
1.
you just take a bike.
You just played momentarily. You just lost. You're refereeing. You know who you are.
Right, exactly.
The
Instead of
guys
paying
in court number 1,
$500,
you know who you're
or you
playing.
can't find a parking spot. I mean, usually at this one, it's almost impossible to find a parking spot down there at the pier.
All right, court number 1. Let's make this happen. Only so much daylight left.
Right. So it'd be good to be a serial killer with that too.
Yeah, I found the kids really like it. Adam's friend that has a volleyball court. She's got 3 little ones. And she wanted to see it, so I took it over there. And the kids climbed all over.
Oh, I
that
bet.
thing, and the dog was up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that would be something like that would be more, you think, for animals. So, you know, we got two giant dogs now, and my wife ain't leaving. I mean, she sleeps downstairs with the dogs. I sleep upstairs with the cat. So, you know, so something like that would probably be good for her. Pretty much dominating this game, Tony.
They are good.
Yeah.
I saw this, the same team. Yeah. I saw this team play earlier. They were in one of the last matches of the women's that held up the match.
Right.
And they played a real good team. And it seems like they win at, I don't remember who they served.
Yeah.
Could it be? So I just got to talk to Austin Rester and asked him what was going on with him. I hadn't seen him in a while. We went down to Miami, and that was the first time I'd ever met Adrian Bula. And he said that he's taking some time off now, living in West Palm Beach. But he was a big boy.
Oh, yeah.
He was a regular on the NBL and AVP, and swam across the Ohio. He swam across Ohio on a dare. You remember AVP showing a video where he swam across the Ohio River in Louisville, Kentucky?
Man.
But I think he was a professional football player at one point.
Right. How tall is it?
Standing beside him, he looks like he's 7'14".
Right.
But,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably 6'6".
Right. Hey, hell, they're going to play better this game. You got to be ready for it. You know, they always do. If they have a bad game, they play better usually. Well, Brian here just got my retirement plan speeded up, so I'm going to buy his camper van and move to Maui and just live in a park with some fishing poles.
I'm ready to build another one. My dad's, he didn't think he would build another one, but he's kind of bored.
Oh, let me put some requests in. I need a hot tub on the roof.
Tell you what, after you do it, as you're doing it, you learn so many ways to the done it. But you don't know that.
Right.
When you get into research as much as I did, when you start getting in there, it's just everything's, there's nothing that's square, nothing that's straight, it's all curved.
Wow.
The hot water is set up to the coolant on the end is where it flows. So it's like
Right.
so as you drive, it heats it up really hot. And then it stores it in this little well-insulated 5-gallon container.
Wow.
It really works.
Yeah. Well, you know, you probably used them before. Them plastic things that you fill with water and you stick out in the sun, and they would heat them up and you use them in the shower. I used to use them all the time in my karate school. They work pretty well, but that's a lot better than that.
Yeah, this is a little more
Yeah.
expensive route.
Well, yeah, but
if you really
for
want
a long term, yeah. I mean, you know, if you're going to be somewhere most of the time where it's warm, then part of it's not that big a deal. Which I will be, because I can't handle the cold.
Yeah, and this, I mean, you can just turn it on and heat it up if you didn't use the engine, but it uses a lot more energy because it takes a little bit to heat up. But this way, you're not using really
You, Brian.
energy.
I feel like you're in it for me.
I really got into it.
Like you hit the ball a lot of like I feel like that wrist way you shot the shot, you do that a lot.
I do.
have it, so.
Right. Huh.
Yeah, it's set up to do so.
Thank you, though.
Well, that's a big deal too, because there's a lot of times and places when you with friends or in their places it can work. Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of people going on here.
See, my parents had a friend of ours that lived on their property down in Florida for a while in a camp, hooked up stuff, built a
Women's
house and all that.
Open.
And was there for
Court
about
number
6
3,
months before he got his own place.
Divine and Torres. Divine and Torres. It's your responsibility, referee. Court number 3, Divine, Torres. If you know them, text them, call them, tell them they're needed at court 3 right now.
Right.
I even went with some like Winnebago and these other countries they make them. And I went in and checked them out to see what like it felt like in there. This how small it was. Because I barely fit. It's like 6. I'm about 6'2". You see, it's about 6'3", but then once you build up the floor,
Well, see, and that's the kind of stuff for me, because I'm planning on sleeping outside in the house, outside the ocean. You know, just lay right out there and go to sleep. So I don't even need, and of course, the only way I can do it with my wife, we got to make sure we got a place for the 2 dogs.
You know you need to be reffing if
He
you
wouldn't
lost
leave them 2 dogs.
your match,
For me.
you're reffing. It's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. Katie, I would ref for you, but nobody wants that.
But if you're in a place where you can catch fish, and pretty regular, and have a little grill and whatever, and you know, something like you got, something like that, I mean, you can really cut your expenses down to what you need a month.
I got it for you.
Thank you.
Because ain't no way you can live on Maui unless you got lots of money, unless you do something like that. You know. I do.
I said I don't think the brand was ever casted.
I did a couple times when I was a kid. You know who actually took me? My mom and some of the neighbors' kids and
Well, yeah, I mean, in certain places too. I mean, you.
Hey, Nick.
I mean it. And out there, you know, in that place, the fruits and vegetables grow so fast they can't even hardly pull them off because the weather's just perfect year round. It's just when my in-laws lived at the retirement center, they the landscapers would start. It was a huge place. They would start on one side of the building and start working. By the time they got around, it was time to go in. It was like a non-stop thing. It wasn't like you stopped. 3 weeks later, it was full again. Because they got rain every day, and then it was 85 every day. Rain every day, and it was 85 every day.
one of those trips that if you're going to go, you need to be there a little while. It takes so long to get there.
Yeah, that's right. You need to stay. If you're not staying 2 weeks, yeah.
Normal trip, like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine how that would be.
Well, how old are you? Like 26? Yeah, 26, 27. 44. So we would be 106.
I didn't even hear you say the first one.
Torres.
Dinosaur.
You guys are doing a great job reffing. One of you needs to go to court 13.
And that's
as well.
good. I mean, because you get points against
Yeah,
really
Timmy's
good
gonna
people.
ref. Any chance you can confirm that for me? Because they're going to keep asking me to announce it just in case.
He played last week. He was a center, third, and forward. Well, he played the doubles too. They got killed. They won one game, lost all 3 others.
So he didn't come down. I just thought he might come down anyway this weekend.
He was down there for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He was down there for a while. So he
Thank you.
drank about 700 beers. And I mean, it's a party for him down there. So he's resting up.
So you drove down there.
road with some juniors.
Then you flew back down last night.
Yeah, yeah.
They said you enjoy flying.
Especially, yeah, when they pull out of the gate and then they pull back to the gate and say we got a maintenance problem. That's always fun. And then when the pilot comes on and says it's going to be really bumpy, that's the stuff I do not want to hear. But like I told all of I have my bottles in my bag. You know, you can take on under 4 ounces, so I have about 10 of them ready in case I need them. But I took them out last night, and I took one sip, but then Elle was sitting beside me, and she started talking, and that helps me. You know, I think I told you 7, but I think I only had 5. Had 3. Yeah, just to get on it. But I can't get drunk on beer. I get, because I drink most of the time, if I'm not getting free beer, like I got from Cola today, I drink heavy beer. So I can only drink 3 or 4, and I'm full. I can't drink anymore. But I will go to the, you know, the Bloody Marys and the margaritas. That usually helps better, the stronger stuff. But like I told her, you know, if somebody come up to me right now and say, hey, there's a big tournament in a cool place, I'll jump on a plane in a minute. But I like going places like this. Yeah, I just got to get prepared, you know. Some people got to get their socks ready. I got to get my liquor ready.
Rock that top spin.
So think about it. If Keith don't want to go to Hawaii, if you want to go, we'll go play. That's in March. A long ways away. I'll be dead by then, but I might not be.
Hopefully you're out of all this.
Yeah, right, exactly. A lot of it depends on all this
Last
stuff.
year, they snuck it in there before it even really
Right,
started.
yeah, exactly.
That was awesome. A little bit.
You know, I got 2 trips down here in November. I got to Paris, right outside Orlando. Elle's playing down there in the juniors tournament, going down there and coaching, and then we got a juniors tournament here at the end of November. We got about 6 or 7 teams coming. So I'll be down here twice in November. Yeah, that's somebody else. Yeah, they'll probably do something. But Paris is something. I mean, 23 St. Louis. Man, that's a good place.
Well, you see Treasure Island had it here, had it New Year's deal.
Right.
But it used to, there was never anything going on this time of year. And actually, I think we had a tournament one time at the field house sometime around New Year's,
Right.
right at the end of the year. We could went down and got for ACL.
No, are y'all playing the King Louis? I haven't been there yet. I want to go there and play. That's what I heard, but it used to, most of them, it's a bubble, right? So most of them, yeah, it used to be the one in Alexandria. Well, I get cold in all of my modes. I mean, up north during the winter, even in Cincinnati at grandstands, I get cold in there. I mean, because in between games, I'll put sweats and sweatshirts and gloves and hat on.
Yeah, it doesn't help a whole lot, but it's better.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we play up there quite a bit.
I've got a new guy that is training with us a little bit in the San Ninja Junior program. He's 36, and he's played for a while. And he's a decent player, but he's a mechanic, so he's fixing all my cars for me. So I'm trading that volleyball lessons for him fixing the cars. So we have 3 really old vehicles that always need something done to them. So he's been working on it, fixing them for nothing. Like there was a sensor I needed for my Sentra, and it's normally $200. He can get it for $10. He races cars. He does 24 hours at Le Mans and stuff like that. So he knows stuff, and he can get it. So we're trading out this, and I've got this old Jaguar, XJS 90 V12, beautiful car. It's been sitting in my garage for years, just broken down. I mean, the tires are flat. I'm sure the rats have ate through the engine, wires, but he said he'll fix it for me. As long as I just pay for the parts, whatever he needs, and he'll fix it. So, you know, I'm gonna try and play some with him a little bit. Just, you know, we play double B or A or something. Just depending on how he progresses. He's young and he can jump pretty good. He's, you know, he's about 6 foot, 6'1", but not that good a passer or setter yet. But he'll get better. Great guy, nice as he could be. He wants to learn and get better. If he fixes my cars, I'll be happy.
We got a guy who's always been those cars over here. So a couple of things on the van, like Dad can do about everything in plumbing. He's really good at woodworking, deck build, dynamic cabinets. That's his strong suit. And then he got Joe on a couple things that we had to hook up to the engine to the actual van. And he's got Joe over there. Hey Joe, why don't you see what you think of that? Dad just wanted to make sure. So,
Right.
and he's got an RV, a giant one, so he knew about, you know, what was
Right.
going on.
Yeah. Oh
He
yeah.
was like, he's like, you got to get this thing and go to Alaska. He goes, we knew a guy that built out of, I think he built out of a truck, like a king truck camper. And he's like, if you don't want anything big, just you guys do it. He does it.
Well, see, that's the thing for you. And right now, this is just, again, my parents might last another 20 years, the good shape they're in right now, but you never know. But, because I don't know nothing about RVs or nothing. I ain't read nothing about it, I ain't even tried. But it just hit us a couple weeks ago that would be a pretty cool thing to do for us, even if we just did it for a short period of time. So I'll probably come to you for all the information.
Let me tell you, I've researched it. I've been into it for how many years? I'm not joking. Like, you know, for me to actually do it, like, I'm very conservative. So, like, for me, it wasn't. I was like, I don't know if I'm actually gonna like it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I don't know what. I was finally at the point where I was just kind of doing it.
Right.
And I researched it for years, and then it's never ending.
Yeah.
Like every time it's time to get something, you got an idea of what you're gonna get, but then you research and try to get the best deal on it. And me and Amazon, we formed a partnership because I ordered so much stuff on Amazon was unreal.
Oh yeah, I bet.
From a lot of boating places too. But yeah, it's very time consuming.
Yeah.
You can learn so much off of.
Well, even
other
when
people's,
But it's a good thing he has a cushy government job where he can just play on the internet.
cushy jobs always help. Or coming in like me, see, I'm going to be coming to a pretty good sum of money. So why not, instead of just stick that money in the bank, wait till I die, take a year or two trip in it to places like this and just travel.
That's what a lot of people do. I mean, they'll build it out, and then they'll do their year or two trip, then they'll sell it. A lot of people end up building another one.
Well, and of course, as lucky as I am, you know, when we moved, the number one reason, well, a lot of reasons, we moved now, when we moved there, that song by Zach Brown, Free, I don't know if you heard that, about living in a van and traveling across the land was the words in it. And so I told Lonnie one day, I said, that would be cool if we just bought a pretty nice van and we lived on Maui for a while. Why not? And she mentioned that to her mom, who lived on Maui. And her mom wouldn't let her daughter live in a van, so she called us like 2 weeks later and said, hey, if y'all move here, I'll pay your rent for a year. So what kind of choice is that? Are you going to move Maui rent-free for a year? Yes. So we just rented our house out. I had people run my karate school. I've got people who can run it, send me a little bit of money. And so we moved over there for a year. So, you know, it was awesome. But this would be kind of the same idea, except, you know, we would still keep our house and maybe rent it out and say, let's go for a year or two or something like you got. Just have fun before that'd be, because we're going to come into a little bit of money when I get the house and sell it. And why not use it for something cool? I'm not going to leave it for the damn kids. Why would I leave it for them? They don't need money. Make their own money. Right, we'll find a way. Right. Yes, you enjoy, exactly. Well, that's the thing her parents did. They spent money on us. They pay for, not just us, but they have 4 kids. Lonnie has 3 brothers and sisters. I mean, they pay for airfare and hotel and everything for everybody to come to Hawaii when they move there all the time. They spent lots of money on their kids while they was alive, so they could see them and have fun with them. You know, not just, I'm going to leave them money when I'm dead. I want to see what they do when they're alive, you know. So yeah, something like that would be. It's kind of hit me because Cullen was talking a while ago. There's a girl that's down here. He mentioned it to somebody a while ago about she just moved down here from Washington D.C. in a van with 2 cats. She had a pet sitting business.
Yeah,
And
it's taken over.
Yeah, I mean, she's here.
Now that I've looked, I've looked into it, it's kind of endless of what you can do. So from what I looked at, I'm looking at these other people's videos, they did it, reading their website, and then so the stuff I don't know is the products they use on different brands. So they have links like they're an affiliate. So I could become an affiliate with Amazon. All I have to do is sign up. You know, you have to have like a tax number and say your business there, so you can pay your taxes. But then you get 10 to 15% of the product that somebody goes to your website, clicks on that, if they buy something from there, then you get that 10 to 15%. So, I mean, I put all the parts that I use. This is how I did it. This is the pictures of the van. Then people start getting into YouTube. This is when it gets crazy. But they'll start having, they'll start
Go away. Do you have any bags or anything when you tie to it?
Right.
We can just run it down the road. Do you have any rope? I can just tie it right to the chest here.
Right.
So there's lots of things you can do. Like, okay, these brothers we met in Michigan.
Hey, put that tent. Somebody put that tent on top of it. Put that tent on top of it.
My parents are gonna kill me if I don't get this.
Well, that would be. See, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that makes a difference.
All right, it's 1920.
Just can't stay on top of it.
All right, the tent is flying away, but yet I'm here still periscoping. Mom and Dad, hope you appreciate it. They call the timeout. Conrad, the man. Ryan, the man.
Ryan's the engineer of this spot. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Every little bit helps. I mean, if you reduce your, because how many places can you go in that and not pay nothing? Just park it.
I could work.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like what a lot of people will do that live in, they'll get Anytime Fitness or the other big fitness, Planet Fitness, and they'll pay that membership, so you get to use the shower.
We put that up there to hold it down. That was our engineering lead.
Yeah, then they'll get a gym membership and they're in all these towns, so then they'll just go use that. Plus they can go work out.
Right, yeah. Well, like me, where we do our classes, our sand classes at the rec center, there's 2 courses. It costs me, actually, over $60 to go in there. You know, I go in there 3 times a week, take showers and stuff, use their water. You know, it's $24 a month.
Yeah, I always thought it would be. You ever heard of Dan Salyer? He used to be. He's an older guy. He's a lot older than me. He plays out in Motherwell every year. But he used to be. I don't think he was that good in the but he has started getting older and started playing in the Masters.
Right.
He was a good player.
Right.
First year me and Dad went to Aspen, we were watching the 55 and 60 guy, this guy, and then Dan Salyer, I heard of him somewhat. You know, this guy is older and thin guy, but he's muscular. And I'm like, you know, he's a whole wrinkled up, whatever. I'm like, but I was impressed with him. You know, he was big.
Right,
Still,
right,
still
right.
playing. So it wasn't a month later, we go back home, we get a big magazine, and it's a picture of Todd Rogers built that court at his house. And he was playing with 2 up-and-coming young guys, and he was playing with Dan Salyer.
Yeah. Wow.
But I started reading an article about it.
Right.
And his thing was years ago, he wanted him and his partner to get an RV and travel around the country and play. I just thought that was
Yeah.
just fascinating.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I got to think about it. That might be a whole interest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I couldn't think back of what actually got me interested in this.
Right. Yeah, that could have been the
I thought
start.
that was pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, why don't we just retire or quit their job or they're just traveling
Right.
around.
Well, there used to be some guys when we first started playing. It was mostly grass back in the '80s, and these 4 guys from Cookville would come, and they had a big fancy van. I mean, they were big pot smokers too. Boy, they pull in and smoke. It was like Cheech and Chong, you know. But they had a VHS machine in there, and they would film their games, and they'd go in the van, turn on the air conditioner, and then watch it on the TV they had in the van and stuff. I mean, they was good. They won most of the tournaments back then.
Yeah, okay, so the guys, the 2 young guys Autumn's talking to, that's the Moore brothers. They're 21 and 23. They played in Michigan a couple years ago. We seen them down at Siesta Key. And they don't travel like to Europe, Australia. They got a YouTube channel and a t-shirt company. And I go, where are you guys from Canada? And they go, oh, Dad's a contractor. He's got jobs down there. He's got a place down there. So we're watching their YouTube videos all the time, and we're talking to them. They're good kids.
Yeah.
Like last year, they were playing A, and they're playing open now. They played the last 3 weekends down in Florida. They played at Hyden. They played at.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, you
That
played
$10,000 big tournament?
No, the one before that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think you
Yeah, I did play it with
They
Noah.
didn't
Yeah.
do very well in the open, and they won the double A the next day.
Cool.
They're good kids. They're into CrossFit, different programs, so they got good with it. They're pretty funny. But yeah, there's actually it's crazy. If you get enough people, the thing is, it takes you a long time to build all those websites up and stuff. But that's the thing, that once they're there, they're
Right.
there.
They're there.
People
Yeah.
are always to the stage.
Yep. Yep.
It's just a lot of hard enough building for them. Then you
Oh, yeah.
start a company, and then
Right.
you're just 90%. So the van life is a big thing, and it's very popular. There's companies that, I mean, you can go buy that are already pre-manufactured, but there's also a lot of these, they're more like outside. They're more made for people who want to go to the mountains and do their activities, and want to go to the beach and do their surfing, or they want to do their mountain biking. So these are modular. They're made to be changed every weekend, how you want to use them, how many you want to sleep, what your home. But you're talking big, they're personal. So
Right.
it's going to be crazy expensive.
Well, that's helped a lot with this all this shows about the tiny houses and all that stuff too. Is that people realize, and that opened my eyes when Lonnie's parents moved from Brentwood to Maui back in the '90s. He was a big successful lawyer. He had a nice house over by the lake, an expensive part of town, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house, an acre of land, really nice house, a garage, and they moved to a 400 square foot condo on that. They didn't need all that stuff. They didn't need. Well, you don't need all that stuff. I mean, all the kids are grown. It's like it's just the 2 of them. You got a bed, you got a bathroom, you got a TV, you got a kitchen. What else? And of course, the front yard was the Pacific Ocean. It was 7 feet from water, so they don't need all that stuff. They found out they didn't need it, and so that opened my eyes up back then.
Yeah, I looked into the tiny houses too. So I lived with my old man for quite a few years, and then I finally got my own place. I got a little small place in town, like 900 square feet.
This is right there. I'm gonna ask you.
If I was to do over again, I hadn't looked into it. I was looking at doing. I looked at the boxes, the Connex boxes, the bill bands, like a semi with all it, and they're making homes out of them now.
Right.
Put windows in. I looked into that. I looked into these sheds that are already made, and then you finish it out. I looked at that, and then there's a van that's see what this drive goes through.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
and it depends on where you're living. If you're living somewhere like Hawaii, and you don't need winter clothes, I mean, you can really downsize to what you need, what kind of, a lot of stuff. And of course, in their situation, they was retired, and they was drawing money from their law firm that he sold, and drawing the highest Social Security he probably did, and had a little money saved, so they was very good financially. And the place they lived in was paid off. They bought that at a foreclosure. I mean, So, and they spent the last 20 years of their life. Everything had to do with being on the lanai to the sunset. The whole, I mean, the last 20 years was like a magic. You know, you couldn't be no better than that.
Close to the beach where you go somewhere else, you can have all this stuff and all this fancy stuff. You gotta pick what you
Right. Yeah. Do you
Dylan
want? Do you need
Auxier.
granite?
Dylan Auxier.
Or you just need
You're
something
needed
to
on
lay your
420.
food up.
Yeah, my dad's brother and uncle, they moved down from our little town down here to Venice, about an hour south of here, Venice, Florida. They moved down there like 2 years ago. So some of the tourneys in winter that we come to, Dad travels with us a lot. Like, if I've got a lot of time off, we'll just take the whole week, like we'll play, and Autumn will go back, and we'll go down and visit them. And it's really nice community. They're like maybe a mile or two from the beach. And there's like a trail, like a rails of trails that you can get there by walking or on a bike. So you don't even have to face traffic.
Oh yeah.
It's great. They live in a neighborhood. You got to be 55 or over.
Jen, I got her.
Like these little modulars, but they're really nice. I mean, they're cheap, but then you've got to pay like for the land, like a rental fee.
Right.
But they went down one winter and did like VRBO, Airbnb, you know, and they had a fireplace. They'd stay there for a month, and they had a leave it. And it wasn't really worth it. So like, we're just going to spend a little more. And then they ended up really liking it. They sold their place at home, so they're down here full time. It's a nice community. So I go down there to visit. A couple years ago, we played at that New Year's tourney. And then after that, we went down. So I'm walking from their place to the beach, and I come across there's these tennis courts and a basketball court, probably 2 blocks from the beach. And this is a lot of older people that live in that area.
Right.
So every time we cross, there was an old guy playing basketball, shooting around and playing. And these tennis courts were always used. I see this old lady coming in. I mean, probably, I'm going to say like 60, on a skateboard.
And we're doing another ball check. If you have a ball and it says witness on it, it's not yours.
Yeah, well, it does help.
Feel free to bring it up to the
Maybe
DJ
see
booth.
people
We'll much appreciate
just
it.
having
If you have a
up there
ball
used
that
to be,
says Griffiths on it,
her parents moved
Bring it
the
on up
last
to me.
year
Thank you.
and a half into a retirement center in Maui. And there was a lady in there, 93, still swimming laps in the pool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
People that some older ladies that swim down to Hawaii. But I see this lady on a skateboard, and I'm like, I wish I was awesome. We're going to a tennis game.
Yeah. Wow.
I go home, and we got basketball courts, and I go by there, I'll never see a person after all year. You know, back when I was a kid, we played
Oh, yeah.
3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
I say kid, I'm talking 20. But now we can't get nobody doing nothing around our area.
Oh, we played full court, I mean, the 200 3 times a week. And then we'd play during the summer, and our tennis shoes would be melting. It'd be so hot out there, but we'd still be out there. And it was crazy. We was addicted.
Pickleball, and I was like, kind of, I've heard of it, I don't really know what it is, so I didn't pay much attention to it. So the next year I looked into it before we went back, and I started, I was trying to play pickleball. This is interesting, so I got 2 paddles, and we went down there, and me and Dad started playing, and then,
It's in everything, yeah. That place is everywhere.
yeah, at their little community, they got 2 really nice, like 3 nice courts, so we played that week. And then that was when Anna hurt her knee and had to get some work done on it, so she was out for a while. And I'm like, I'm going to find a tournament. Down in Owensboro, they had a pickleball tournament, singles. Most people play doubles.
In Owensboro, Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
from me.
right.
And so I went down there and played, and they had different divisions.
Cell
I played
phone
the
alert.
little one.
If you are panicking right now or missing your cell phone,
And I think
I have it.
three-way tie in full play first.
This one's an iPhone.
But my point differential, I missed it by
You know you're missing an
I didn't
iPhone.
get a gallon, but it was
See, Owensboro, Kentucky, I'll never forget that place. And we first started playing, they put on a big forest sand thing. They dumped a bunch of sand in the middle of the city. Had a tournament. They gave away lots of money. It was a barbecue festival. They had food. Mike Lincolnfeld had a team in there, and they won it. We got second. And they had like 12 teams that came to play. I mean, it was a blast. I mean, it was in Middletown.
We need referees. We
Food,
need
all kinds of
teams.
food. And, I mean, we got like
Check out the brackets.
$200 a piece for getting second place. I mean,
You
it
should
was
know
like,
where you're
wow.
supposed to be. Court number 7. I don't want to publicly shame you. Check out Bracket Pal. It'll tell you if you're reffing. It'll tell you if you're playing. And if you're missing a cell phone, I might have it.
They said they're not as competitive as they used to be. But one of them they were from Indianapolis, 2 hours from. And they're like, you're from Indiana. So we all start talking. And I was telling them where I was from. They're like, yeah, we know that area. Most people don't. And they're like, yeah, we go through there. And they're like, we used to play some tournaments. I go, you were probably playing my dad back in the day. And today when I was talking to him, I was doing the math. I was like, when did you start playing? He was like 35. I was doing the math. When I started playing a little bit of tournaments, I was 14. I got to play with my dad and some other guys. And so I was like, my dad's about 21 years older than me. And I was like, we might have been playing the same tournament.
Where is the, in relation to you guys up there, the Munciana team complex and all that?
Muncie, that's where Ball State is. That's about 3 hours north of it. So you go up to Indy, you kind of go north, east.
Way up there.
Yeah. It's about an hour north of Indy. And then IPFW and Fort Wayne, like volleyball, that's
Now,
a couple hours north of there.
the Butler is in Indianapolis. Okay, so that's where I went. That was about the coolest event I think I've ever seen. '88, I went and seen United States play. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
I got my picture with Craig Buck out there.
Uh-huh.
I had to get that picture. I think Dad's
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you shared that day. I was like, I was like, hey, yeah, that was it.
Just another quick announcement. If you're in a full panic and you're missing your iPhone, it has been turned in. Come up to the DJ booth. If you can identify it, it's yours.
Like you said, Sato was
Oh,
just
man.
pounding balls and warm up.
Oh, yeah. That was something. I mean, it was a lot of big hitters. Cuba had some massive hitters. He was as good as any of them.
Arden Karai, Craig Buck, Steve Timmons played this.
Timmons coming from the back row. Saberlik was the other passer.
Yeah, I don't remember him much.
Stork was the setter.
Okay.
They had Doug Pardee, who did some outside and middle with Craig Buck. He was, of course, Buck was the biggest at 6'8", and they had Pardee who was 6'6". So I was saying Tim was 6'5", but they wouldn't have been compared to them now. They wasn't a very big team.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Karai outside hitting at 6'2",
Yeah.
you know, because he had 40-something first.
Do you remember? This is what I remember. I could be wrong. I remember Karai, like every time, like they would get the point, like he was very verbal. He was always like,
Oh yeah,
dropping
he
the
was
ball.
a fired up
Yeah,
guy.
he was like, I was just another, yeah.
He was their guy, yeah, their motivator.
That's what I remember. And I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, we used to film all their games on like a VHS thing and just watch them and just, we fell in love with volleyball because of him.
So that would have been 88. So you would have been, had you been playing a lot? That's
For about 3 years.
Court number 1, that was
started in
actually a
85.
very smart play. He just was really athletic and picked it up. It's fine.
We never played hardly any sand at that point. A little bit, but yeah, still mostly indoors.
Yeah, one year we went to up in Fort Wayne and they had the men's Final Four college. And we went up there. I was really young. I don't even remember who played. Oh, wait a minute. Tom Selleck was there. Did he have a son that played for somebody?
Yeah.
Some connection? Because, you know, he used to play stuff.
Right, yeah.
Can't remember.
He might have. I mean, how can you not? walk out here and see these 500 girls playing and go, I want to play volleyball.